Hey everybody, so let me pull my nail in that real quick. But before we get started, you know what the video is about. I just want to say subscribe, click the notification bell below, and let's just appreciate my cat shirt.
That ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Okay, so to begin, probably about 2 years ago, I moved into my dad's house for about a year. And prior to this moving to my dad's house, I did have paranormal experiences, but these ones were more intense than the other ones. There was talk of a little girl in my room. She was young, and there was like a man behind her. And this was from one of my brother's nurses, because my brother's sick and he needs nurses. Shout out to you, love you. Yeah. But they would always talk about either seeing a little boy or a little girl or their name being called. I'm gonna get freaked out in this video because I always do. My room's haunted, this room's haunted, but I'm just gonna get freaked out. What happens is this is I move in there, just little stuff starts happening, can't sleep, just not being able to sleep, hearing things, just like all that. So I think I'm going crazy. I think I'm just, take me to the mental hospital. Not for real though, please don't. No, I'm just playing, please stop, I'm leaving, I'm just kidding. So basically that's what happened. And I'm pretty sure it's just my imagination, and I just need a fan because I didn't have a fan at that moment. And everything would be fine. I would get a fan. And yeah. So this happens. The first thing that I can really remember is I remember going to sleep one night and not having a fan. And I've already heard talk of the little girl and try to bless the room. It really didn't help at all. But I've heard talk of her, and one night I'm just on my phone and I'm just like, I want to go to sleep, but I can't. And I get on my phone and I'm just scrolling, and in the corner of my eye, I see a little girl in a white dress gown sitting crisscross applesauce, hands in your lap, on the floor, looking at me laughing. So that's what I try to, like, I just, and I said,
Dang, she just get on my nerve down. I hate this damn ass bitch animal. Fuck me. You wanna ass fucking bitch?
no, not today. We're not doing this. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm not thinking about this. I'm not about to be the white person in the movie who wants to go up to it and look at everything. Nope, I lived there, but I didn't even want to go past to go to the room. I finally fell asleep that night. The second thing that happened to me, I remember one night, was kind of towards the end of living at my dad's house. I was just rummaging through my stuff, like, you know, like all that stuff, kind of just rummaging through and seeing what you have and just looking through it, because I do that sometimes. I'll go in my closet and like pull out boxes and just see what I have. And I remember walking out and I remember looking, it was right here, it was a weird closet, and I remember, and the door was right here. So I walk out and I kind of just looked over, and there's this man standing there. I'm not even kidding you. A man standing there, smiling at me, grinning at me with this. And so it is the next morning. I'm editing the video and everything, and I just want to say that it wasn't notorious. It was more so, more often than usual. I'm just like, nope. I run out of the room, and he was like burnt. Like, it looked like he had been in a house fire. And the thing was, is the neighborhood was notorious for house fires because it was a really old neighborhood, and it was like there was a lot of bad wiring. So that freaked me out even more. So I kind of just stayed out of the room for a while and finally went back in there when I wasn't scared. And then this is one of the most intense things that has ever happened to me in that house. One night I was sleeping and I was already not feeling comfortable, just unsettled, not feeling like I was safe, not anywhere. It was just because like I felt like I was being watched. And so what happens is I fall asleep and I have this dream and I see this kid and he's sitting on this porch. This kid's short-haired, blonde, like one of those kids you'd see back in like 2007 where they do ride scooters with their friends and stuff. And he was sitting on this concrete porch, and he was yelling, "Demons possess me, demon possess me, demon possess me." And he said it 3 times. And this like thing came down and just said, "Okay, I'll possess you." And he like started screaming like, "Get out of me." And then he started screaming this like little weird stuff. And so I'm like, okay, you know, I don't know what's happening. I just observe it. I'm in a dream. I can't control nothing. And then the next dream happens, and for some reason, I knew my brother's nurse was in the kitchen in my dream. I don't know why that mattered to the story. I think I heard her yell for my name or something, but I was just hearing this rumbling all across the room, like something growling at me. Like, "No, sweetie, I don't want to be around you. I don't even know you. I don't even want to see you. I don't even want to hear you. Get out, leave me alone." But I'm in my dream, like I'm upside down on my bed, like hanging off my bed upside down, and I see this little girl by the door just staring at me. Just kind of like, I woke up and I could just feel something over me. You ever just have that overwhelming sense of that something is standing over you and you are not safe? That was me in that moment. So I didn't play with that. I got up and I walked out the room, and it was actually weird because I saw like little two red dots, and I don't know, this could just be me biting my lip, but they were really like pointy, like just bit right here. So I didn't know. After I moved out of my dad's house, pretty much a lot of it stopped. There's stuff here that my brother, when he lived here, had said something about this closet over here, and I don't want to point to it. I don't want to give it any attention, but I have felt it. His girlfriend has felt it, and it just really messes with me because I feel like I'm always being watched here too, but it's not as strong as at my dad's house. But the thing is you saw the room. This room was not good, not like this at all. Bare walls, bare everything, and my mattress on the floor. I'd have my dresser right here with my TV on it, but I didn't have the TV on it at the time. I remember sleeping, and I remember in my dream looking at my phone, looking at the time, and it said like 4 a.m. And oh my god, this little girl, the little girl I was talking about, she was like squatting and had her hands down like frogs. I'm like, "No, bitch, I don't feel safe." And I looked at her, and she looked at me like, I'm getting really like scared like right now. Like, I am honestly like terrified right now. I want to run out of this room. But so I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. You see that? That shit autofocus right there. You see? No, we're not doing that. Not today. Not today. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm freaking out. I'm having a panic attack. But the little girl, she's looking at the door, and this bitch turns her head and looks at me with a grin like she gonna fight me. So I woke up and I was already like kind of like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm too tired for this. Because you know, like that 5 minutes when you're asleep, you're real bold after you wake up. Like, you'll be yelling at your mom and stuff. Like, I was real bold. So I started yelling in the dark. "Bitch, get the fuck out of my room." Like, I felt something walking at me, and like I was not about to have that in my room. I was trying to sleep. I was tired. It was 4 a.m. Could have been like a Christmas present, because when you get up and you get to go back to sleep because you're not time for school yet. I was pissed the hell off. I was like, this little girl. But that's the last I've heard of her, or seen of her, or felt of her. And then recently, my brother had a dream about me probably about 2 weeks ago. Not even 2 weeks ago, last week. We went out to eat. And we came back, and he didn't want to go out to eat. So it was just me and my mom, and we came back. And he's like, "I had a weird dream about you in your room." And he said that him and my friend Dylan were in here. And they could hear me yelling, "Let me out," or "Get me out," or something of this room. And they couldn't find me. So I'm kind of like, No, I don't want to hear that. I'm about to go to sleep. I was really about to go to sleep in my room. And he, like, I wanted to hear it. And he said he walked up to the closet, and he said he felt something pushing him. This closet is infamous. Like, the whole house knows of it. And then my last one that I'm telling in this video is of my, I was left at home at my dad's house, and I was with my dog Dixie, as the picture's right here. And this was her. She was, okay, I'm trying to get the light not to mess with it. See a little halo around her. But she had her feet crossed in this picture, and she's like, what are you taking a picture of? But I love that dog. But I would use her to, like, kind of calm me down. So I remember waking up and I'm knowing my dad and his wife Karen are gone, my stepmom. I remember walking into the living room and sitting with Dixie, just watching TV, no one there. And I hear my name being called from the back room. And it sounds like my dad. And I know my dad wasn't there because they said they were going out to Christmas shopping. So I think I texted my dad or Karen, like, are y'all home yet? And they're like, no. Then I heard my brother Nathan calling my name, and he was gone too. So it was kind of like, I'm gonna walk outside. I called my mom, and I'm like, Mom, this is happening. And she just kind of talked to me, and she calmed me down. I left my dog inside, and I felt so bad for her, but I was like, she's a dog, she's a ghost. But yeah, so that was my paranormal experiences. This is probably all over the place because this was my first story time. I want to thank you for watching, and you are cool. I hope you will like, subscribe, and comment. Give me any suggestions of videos you want me to do, and I will probably do them because I have no ideas what to do. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
You want to ass whooping bitch because I'm gonna whoop your ass bad. Bitch!